I feel like it's been forever since I've been on here. It feels like forever since I've done a live in my beautiful office. God, how I've missed you guys, man. From here. Now, I want to talk about some things. Okay? I want to talk about some things. I've been doing some thinking. I just did another podcast. You'll see it tomorrow. Brother had me on his podcast talking about the whole event that happened with you know who. And made me think. I've been sitting here thinking and going through videos and stuff and reading comments. And I want to talk to you guys about some of it. All right. Now, before I get this thing underway, I need you all to do me a favor. Like this video and share this video out. And I want to say a big thank you to you guys because we just went over 30,000 on Facebook and we're at 57,000 on YouTube. Appreciate you. Rumble, do your thing, man. Share this thing out. So, I'm going to pull up this video. All right, you guys have already seen it, but I'm going to pull it up. This video right here. All right. You can see this video got 1.9 million views so far. It's got 6.3K shares, 5.9K comments. I was going through the comments and I want to break some stuff down to you guys because I know there's a lot of mixed emotions and a lot of mixed feelings about all of this, about all of this stuff. Some people really upset, some people really happy, some people just being people. So without further ado, let's jump into it. This is the video.
Go back, APAC, go back. That's the APAC building right there. White Christian men are not going to sit around while you turn our children into a bunch of lovers.
So after those comments was made, this brother is sitting there protecting you. Maybe you should rethink how you feel towards black people and not put everybody in a hole, because not everybody is what you think that they are, Jake.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, little technical difficulties. But yeah, so I go through the comments and here they are. All right, let me see. You see, as most of them is like, it's a lot of really cool comments. People just happy that, somebody helped, and it was only a matter of time till something like this happened. Very true. Didn't Jake call you an angry black man on live video? Yes, he did. You can't fix stupid. Some people thought so. Praying that he has a true encounter with Jesus Christ and is filled with the Holy Ghost, because I'm sorry, but no true man or woman of God are going to act that way and say those things. And that's a fact. That's 100%. Another guy shared the picture of Jake when he was kissing the wall in Israel because he feels that Jake is a psyop. And I feel that. The go-to, you don't even know the definition of racist. See, this guy. See, this is where the negativity starts to come in. It creeps in from time to time. But you notice the problem here with this comment, Thomas? The problem with your comment is that that's all that bothered you. It didn't bother you the fact that a man went out to a city that told him they were going to harm him when he came there because of all the racial rhetoric that he spills and all the Muslim hate that he has, which most of the population over there is Muslim. All you seen was me talking about Jake maybe liking black people, and you made that comment. That's the only thing that you've seen. That's a problem, because to me, as I read that comment, how I feel is that that's all you care about, is if black people think something is racist, which, whatever, do your thing. My response, what I say to him, I said, bro, what's your deal? You okay, man? Because I could have came at you with some ignorance, but I decided not to. And the comments keep going. People saying 100 to the thought of the video, which was telling Jake, yo, maybe you should reconsider how you feel towards people. You know what I'm saying? Towards black people, because they helped you. Dude had a vest with no armor. That's called humanity. One is an animal. The other is a human protecting a defenseless animal. And that comment was beautiful. That comment was beautiful. Says that's called humanity. That's one animal that is protecting a human or I'm sorry, one is an animal and the other is human protecting the defenseless animal, because the way that dude represented himself was animalistic. Represents himself like an animal with all the things that he says, you know? And then he plays possum when things pop off, like how it did over there. Like he was just the victim, you know? I'm not encouraging people to do what they did to Jake, but I understand why they did it, because we're all human at the end of the day. Everybody's human. And no matter how we'd like to say we would have reacted in the situation, you don't know until you're in it. And I know that I've reacted to people that have done far less than what Jake has done, and I've put my hands on them. You know what I'm saying? So imagine somebody that doesn't have my temperament, maybe it's far worse, that instantly when they see anything racial, they get triggered, and we all go through it, is the thing. We all got that thing that triggers us, and we got to work on. Some people ain't there yet to try to even think about working on it. Some are. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that you shouldn't have went. You should not have went there, knowing all the things that you said and all the things that you done. And then now that you did and you made it out safely, I would say reconsider the way that you feel about people, man. Ultimate divinity of irony. I think you meant to say definition. Totally agree. Now let's apply that same logic to law enforcement, is another comment. All right. And I said 100%. See, and here's the thing. This is why this is such a problem to me. Let me pull this down real quick. All right. Not that. This. Okay. Here's the thing. You say, let's apply that same thing towards law enforcement. I agree. See, people come on my page that ain't never been on my page before or forgot who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been so long. And they automatically see, oh, a black guy talking about something, and automatically assume how I am. And that's what happened a lot in these comment section. And let me just say, the comment section was filled with more beautiful things than bad things. But comments like that pop up. And the thing is this. You're judging how you think that I am just because you see a black guy talking about maybe somebody that you think is a patriot, not knowing who I am. Not knowing who I am. And that's sad, because when somebody, here's the crazy part, when somebody else would do that, you guys remember in 2020 when everybody was calling white folks racist? Remember that? Because they voted for Trump, or because they didn't agree with BLM, and they were saying, oh, you're racist if you don't support BLM. Remember that? It's crazy because I was the guy that came out on the internet and squashed all of that and tried to give people a voice to be heard out. Tried to say, nah, bro, you're looking at this wrong. They're not racist. They just don't get with this because these people are rioting and they doing what they doing. They destroying their city. Too many people, man, have tossed themselves into this mind frame that says, I know because I see a color. I know because I see this person wearing a red hat or a blue hat. I know because I see this person represent MAGA. I know because this person is a Democrat or Republican. I know because this person was in a gang, or because this person was a part of January 6th, or because this person's a Proud Boy. I know. You don't know. You don't know. And you prejudge off of nothing. Like, this video was like 30 seconds long. It was 30 seconds long, and now you know? You don't know. And because you don't know, you made yourself look like an ass. A complete ass. I ain't gonna show the comment, you know? But yeah, that happened. So let's go back. All right, right here. Okay. All right. It says, the young man protected him and escorted him out of the crowd. He just killed it with love. And that's what I mean. It was a bunch of comments of people just saying the right thing. And it was the man that was there belittling This is classical. And then this guy, just black people, every human being deserves the same respect and chance to have equal treatment, judgment, support, laws and rights, human. I understand that. I understood that. But you don't know me, so you just felt the need to have to say that. Brother, I already know that. That's who I am. That's what I do. But hopefully you get to know because you'll be on the page, right? This guy went off on him. He said, hey man, F you. This guy makes great posts, and here you come with this BS. You're soft. I appreciate you, brother, but you don't got to do that to him. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. But maybe he'll stick around and he'll learn. He won't. What happens? What happened to them saying FAFO? Yeah. He had me till the N bomb, which is crazy. Which is crazy because if you heard what Jake was saying in the video, saying that white people, ain't gonna be replaced and all of this racial crap, right? And do people feel like that? Like, I know some people do that I was locked up with in DC DOC, obviously. But in America, I want to ask you guys, do you feel like that? White people? Do you feel that you're being replaced? I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that at all. And I wouldn't care if a color, like, if I did, I wouldn't have the kid. I got kids with, different color skin. It doesn't, I care about being American, being a human being, you know what I'm saying? Being in Christ. Should we care if color, like color changes? Like what if you have a kid that comes out a little bit darker, you're going to be upset? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even understand that. I don't get it. He is literally Jewish, calling himself a white Christian nationalist. Yeah, I know. Can't make it up. This is not going to change his mind. Hopefully it does. Hats off to the men that helped him, even though they didn't agree with him. That's what I'm talking about. See, believe it or not, in my right mind, like right now, I'm in my right mind, right? I could sit here and tell you truthfully, right? In my right mind, that if I was there, I would have helped. I would have tried to calm the crowd down to get him out of there and would have told him to go. Like, just go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even though I can't stand him, I despise the way this dude is. Don't despise him. I hate the things he does. But I would have helped him 100%. And I know you'll see in the comments, people gave me a little flack for saying that, but it's true. Even though I think he's a huge piece of garbage, piece of trash, he ain't did nothing that would make me think that he needs to lose his life. You know what I'm saying? Or that I shouldn't help him get to safety. He just says things that I don't like. That's all. He tries to stir things up in people that I don't like, that cause chaos. But he still is a human life. He was still created by the same God that created me, that created you. So I know a lot of people disagree and don't like that I would say this, knowing that I'm like, his mortal enemy, apparently. But I would have helped him. You know what I'm saying? So, say, now this is amazing. I'm tired of all the racism and division. We all bleed red, white, or we all bleed red. I'm so patriotic over here. Red, white, and blue division. We all bleed red and are children of God. And that's real. And look at this. This is a white person. All of these people are different ethnicities. You see the last names. They're all different ethnicities saying the same thing. And that's showing their humanity, that color don't got nothing to do with what's in your heart. What kind of spirit you got. You know what I'm saying? You could see it. And not to say that the people that are making bad comments or nasty comments got a bad heart. It's just a heart that needs to be worked on. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I come into play. See, that's where it's like me and dude are like yin and yang, if you want to be real. He tries to spread division and chaos and confusion and hatred and all this evil, right? Whereas me on the other side, I'm over here like, no, we need to put some light, togetherness, love, positivity. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why it bothers me so bad that he does what he does. So yeah, there's that. Say, I don't believe you can treat these types of people with kindness. If we keep treating them with kindness, it's going to keep on going for generations to come. Responding with knowledge also doesn't work. It's time. Well, I hear you. I understand that comment because it's kind of deep. You know, you don't think that you could treat these kind of people with kindness. I disagree. You can treat them with kindness, but you just use wisdom in how you deal with them. You know what I'm saying? I would never be able to actually save Jake at an event that he's at because I wouldn't go to it because I'd be using wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Any event that Jake would, if I know Jake's gonna be there, I'm not going because anywhere that he goes, chaos follows. I would use wisdom and hide myself from the chaos. That's from Psalms. A wise man or Proverbs. A wise man sees danger afar off and hides himself. You don't run into danger unnecessarily, and I wouldn't. So, you know, he learned nothing from that except to get his ass out the streets. Maybe. We'll see. We know he's Jewish, right? Let me see. A black man protected him. Yep. There's a difference between a digger with a D and a black man. I know what he meant to say. And it's funny because it's a black guy saying this. And I feel you, but why, bro? Why you got to do that? I feel I get you. I get you, but why you got to do that? Come on. I understand what you mean. It's like Chris Rock said, but he say you're a dang Jew. Yeah. The other dude said he's on Grindr. I thought that was hilarious. I'm so sick of this SHIT. It's always some house nigga protecting the oppressor. Effing pathetic. I said, but in the brother's defense, it was very human. It was a very human act. I ain't mad at him. I'd have done the same thing, brother. And, you know, they didn't like when I said that. But it's all good. But look, here's the thing. I feel your frustration. I'm saying that he shouldn't have been saved, but that's because, if you happen to see this, brother, that's because you've allowed yourself to be hardened, bro. You've allowed whatever life experiences that you've had, you've allowed social media, the things that you watch, or, you know, whatever the case is, to harden your heart and take away that piece of you that says, man, I need to help. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody get hurt. He already got, you know, beat up. Supposedly he got stabbed. What more do you want to happen? You want him to lose his life? Because if you want him to lose his life, well then you missing it, bro. That's not, I don't know if you're a believer, but if you are, then that's not us. You know what I'm saying? I'm a believer. Beyond American, beyond being black, beyond my political beliefs, I'm a believer, right? And because I'm a believer, I don't want to see him lose his life. I want to see him come to Christ before he loses his life. Really have an encounter with Christ, not just profess it and then go out in the streets and say the wicked stuff that he says and do the wicked things that he do. No, I want to see him for real come to Christ. You know what I'm saying? He got smacked up. That should be enough. You know, we don't want nobody's life, man. I hope that you do see this video, brother. All of you will be judged by God. Amen. Yeah. Christian, huh? And see, that's another thing. This person right here says Christian, huh? And dang, bro, that's another reason why I have a problem with the things that Jake is doing. Because people see that. They see his actions and they think, oh, that's a Christian? Oh, that's a Christian? Beyond trying to save your country, beyond illegal immigration, beyond anything, they didn't talk about none of that. They said, Christian, huh? You might have just stopped this brother from having an encounter with Christ because he said, yo, if that's a Christian, I don't want to be that. That's why it bothers me so much. I don't care about all, you know, people be like, well, Cash, you got to separate it because we're losing our country and all. We ain't losing our country. We're not losing our country, bro. It's not happening. Is there pockets where things are bad? Yes, that's life. That's in every country. That's in every place. Should the government try to do something about it? If they can, 100%. Because they did something about my black ass. They threw me in prison. So, yeah, I'm all for that. But to excuse the behavior that dude is displaying just by saying he's fighting for our country, while ignoring the fact that he's saying that he's a believer, people are watching. People are watching, so you got to pick a side. You got to pick a side. Me, I'm a believer first. I'm an American second. I'm a believer first. I'm an American second. It took me a long, long, long time to get to this place. I'm a believer first and an American second. That's just it for me. Run with that and do with it what you will. See, look, there's such a Christian, how very impressive. They get to come, and that's what I mean. Look at that comment. Such a Christian, very impressive. And then we talk about the whole infiltration thing. Listen.
On the Wailing Wall in Israel.
Hold on. It plays really fast.
Yeah, I am Jewish. If you say anything negative about Israel, I am Jewish. My sister served in the IDF. I was bar mitzvahed on the Wailing Wall in Israel. I am a Jew. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. But I am a Jew, and I love Israel.
So then it fuels the conspiracies. That fuels the conspiracies for me. Because right now it's been, and you know, I've been heavy on the don't push the conspiracy theories about, you know, certain people having some play to be able to make things happen in America and make things shake. But you see this guy showing up all over. He did the Texas thing where he disrespected Austin Metcalf's dad and said all kinds of foul things and tried to get a race war started. And now you see him doing his crusade against Muslims and all types of stuff. He just said, yeah, I was in Israel at the Wailing Wall. You know, when they exposed him for taking a picture with the Wailing Wall and kissing the wall, and he's Jewish and his sister's in the IDF. Well, you can't be a Christian and be Jewish. You just can't. The Bible says there is no more Jew nor Gentile. I mean, that's just the way I see it. And I'm sure a lot of other people see it that way. So which one are you? Because your actions don't say Christian. In fact, your actions show that you're more like the people that are a part of the conspiracy theory than anything else. And I'm not even going to get too deep into that because, you know, I don't want to be labeled anything derogatory. Because I'm not trying to say nothing derogatory towards people that are Jewish, love Jewish people. You're all good. Talking about, you know, like conspiracy stuff, like infiltration, you know, higher up there's putting people out there to be the heroes and the villains. Talking about that. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we ain't gonna read that one. This dude is not a Christian and shaking a juice bottle. All right. And let's find out error. Love that for him. Okay. Yeah. The derogatory. This was a really good comment right here. Love this brother for this comment. You know, this was good. Yes, he got what he wanted. Yep. Let me see. There's another one. There's ones. I'm trying to find the ones where the people start trying to come. Oh, right here. Here we go. Listen to this. Listen to this. Why don't you actually find out what he's fighting for? First off, lady, Miss Kim, not going to be disrespectful. I know what he's fighting for. I know what he says he's fighting for. That doesn't matter to me because it's BS, okay? You say he's fighting against Muslims who have taken over his city and forcing the residents to listen to the Muslims call to prayer 5 times a day. Churches are not allowed to ring the bells down to drown out the sound. The city's mayor, who is Muslim, told a pastor to get the F out of the city. The city mayor wants Sharia law. Disappointed in you. Okay. Well, if he's there for church bells and Muslim calls to prayer, you're missing something. This is America. people have the freedom to practice whatever religion they want, you don't gotta like it. Okay? You don't gotta like it. It is what it is. Doing the Muslim call to prayer, if the city ordinance says that the sound is okay, then you gotta go with it. I can't play loud music in my city. There's a city ordinance. In some cities, I cannot use my Jake brake in my truck because it's too loud. There's a city ordinance against the Jake brake. If they got a city ordinance for bells, who cares? It is what it is. It's not the end of the world. Majority of the people there want the Muslim call to prayer. They get it. That's how it works. That's how cities have always functioned. I don't understand. People were complaining about the city ordinance in New York at one time with the stop and frisk. It's the city ordinance. You don't like it? Oh, well. People complain about all types of city ordinances. Some places got slower streets than others. Some places you can't loiter. You can't stand outside. It's a lot of different city ordinances. You don't gotta like it. But to make it like his cause is so noble because he's fighting for the church bells to be wrong, then sis, you missed it and I'm disappointed in you. What he's doing is going out there and calling people racial slurs, derogatory names, trying to incite people to violence against him and against others who they think are like him. That's what everybody's missing. It's not like Muslims are going door to door to people's houses and beating on the door and saying, hey, convert to Islam. No, Jehovah's Witnesses do that. They knock on your door all the time and say, hey, come convert. What is wrong with us? This is America. People can be and do whatever the hell they want to do as long as they don't violate your constitutional rights. You don't like a city ordinance? Leave the city. I know it sounds bad, but it's the truth. You don't like the city ordinance? Leave the city. Go somewhere else. Or buy earplugs. That's what I do. I bought earplugs. If I don't want to hear the trains, I just put in my earplugs. There's ways around it other than being hate-filled towards people who are just practicing their religion, as annoying as it may be to you. This is not hard. This is not hard. All right, it says, wow, never saw this. Thanks for sharing this, Cash. This is not good. He needs to stop. Some people are saying 2 men, but I only see 1 man. You're the only one showing proof of it. I'll try. His infidel patch must be incel or imbecile. Yeah. Yeah. This part right here. He's a psyop to turn y'all against each other. He's literally a, Israeli who brags about his sister being in the Israeli Defense Force. People eating this up like fresh slop. He's so loud because he's a sensationalized psyop. He has protection in the crowd. Just look into him. And I'm telling you, look into him, even 1 drop of sweat harder. And Clay is not wrong. Clay is not wrong. We know this. We know this. We've been saying psyop. We've been saying this. You think all this stuff is natural? You think this dude getting his videos out while listen, he's been trying to go viral for his whole life. Since social media started, the dude was trying to go viral. Couldn't make nothing happen. Tried to make his own social media site. It failed. Went to prison. Nothing. Until, I'm sorry, I lied. He didn't go to prison. He never went to prison. He went to jail. He's never been to prison because he kept getting continuances while everybody else got sentenced. He bounced around from place to place, meeting all the other J6ers, talking to the J6ers, getting information. We've been saying that this dude is a Fed. He finally goes viral while he's inside of solitary confinement on a phone. and all of a sudden he leaves DC, DOC, goes to jail, and he forgets about all the Jewish stuff. It's all, I'm a Christian, I'm a Christian, I'm a Christian. Or he would put the Star of David on the Christmas tree. When we drew a picture of the Christmas tree, he drew a Star of David to put on top of it. He would do the Star of David all the time, passing out psalms that he wrote because he changed his name to Yisrael instead of Jake or Eddie or Edward. Definitely a psyop. Definitely a psyop. And I just said this today on the podcast that I was on. Say, man, I felt after I watched the whole video, because I had only seen the clips that I had used, but I watched the whole video, and if you go and watch the whole video, you'll notice that it does not look right. It doesn't look right. The people that were around him when he stood up on that platform, the window, the people that was around him, even though they look black, you know there's black feds. You know there's Arab feds. You know what I'm saying? CIA, whatever you want to call it. The way that they surrounded him while he was up there and then turned their backs and talking, and one dude had his whole face covered, all black. And when he got down, he made sure to try to make sure he covered himself up as he got down. He was all blacked out. Nobody noticed that. Dude was all blacked out. Like this, getting down, trying to make sure he stayed covered, put his hood on, face mask on. You couldn't even barely see his eyes. And he gets down. Who was that? And what was he saying? And they all like huddled and like spoke for a minute. And Jake's listening to him. You can see Jake's eyes looking. Dude's telling him something. Jake's trying to listen. And I'm like, something don't look right. It don't look right. But it's the psyop. That's what I'm saying. It's the psyop. It's to get people divided. Infiltrators and agitators. Infiltrate what? What are they infiltrating? Oh, they're infiltrating the left. Oh, they're infiltrating the right. They're infiltrating MAGA. They're infiltrating the liberals. They're infiltrating the church. They're just infiltrating. But what's the goal? What's the goal? The goal is to get you angry, fearful, panicked, divided. Divide and conquer. Oldest trick in the book. Oldest trick in the book. Meanwhile, it's a bunch of devils in the world that look like you, that look like me, that say that they're Christian, that say that they're Muslim, that say that they're white, that say that they're black, that say that they're proud white and proud black. They say that they're Democrat. They say that they're Republican. They're chameleons. They say they're everything that you are to get you to lean into them, listen to them, trust them. So when they tell you to be scared, you can trust it. Be scared. So when they tell you to be angry, you'll trust them and you'll be angry. All the while, your eyes ain't focused. Number one, you ain't focused on God. Number two, you ain't focused on how negative and divided you are inside yourself with the people around you. Think about that. We've been saving our oppressors for years and turning a blind eye to your own. Who was this? This brother. He say, we've been saving our oppressors for years and turning a blind eye to your own. Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. The only oppressors, see, people they get it twisted. The only oppressor that exists in this world is the devil, and he works through people. You know what I'm saying? There isn't, if you mean like the white man is your oppressor, that's not the case. The white man is not your oppressor. It's not. The oppressors are anybody that aligns themselves with the devil, however you choose to think about the devil. That's who the oppressor is. And I can say that wholeheartedly because here I am, a felon, grew up in the hood, gang banging, drug dealing, the works. And I did not let prison, nothing stop me from fighting to be successful for my family. The only oppressor that there is the devil. He could work through other people, but he mainly works in your mind to get you to believe that you can be oppressed. See, I can't be oppressed. I couldn't be oppressed in prison. I couldn't be oppressed in the streets. I can't be oppressed now. And the reason is because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I'll never be oppressed. I'm free until the day that I go, and then I'm going on to more freedom, to the most free that you could possibly be. Stop letting these people paint a narrative in your mind to make you believe that there's somebody that can stop you. Nobody can stop you except you. That's real. Isn't he Jewish and all that? The fact that he's infidel in his uniform tells you everything that you need to know. Yeah. Not the crowd he expected. Christian, the lies, I tell you. Yeah, this guy's a Jewish psyop. Jake from State Harm, effing bomb. Can't believe the children are some. He say, I bet his children watch this and turn into some ninja lovers. His daughter's gonna marry and have babies with a ninja. Maybe. Be some beautiful babies. I know I'm one of them. I'm one of those babies. I look pretty good, I think. I'm at least a 7. I give myself a 7. Jake kissing the wall. This dude's a fed, planning to stir up things. Yeah. Dude is a paid actor that goes on both sides to stir the pot. People are getting it. People are getting it. I hate that man. It's remarkable he got saved. Wonder if he remains the same POS after this. If so, after having his life saved by the people he hates, throw him back, let the crowd handle him. Yeah, I hear you, Dustin. I hear you. But I pray that the first thing happens, that he switches up. Switches up. It's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Dude should have got a worse lesson from the streets, all big and bad behind the phone screen until karma come knocking at the door. Ain't that the truth? The sad part is he won't learn anything. Cash Kelly, he's a plant for Israel First agenda. Jake doesn't speak for real Americans. Real Americans don't see pigmentation. We all need to come together against the ones trying to divide us. We all know who they are. Much love. Chad, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful comment. And this is what I want you to see. People watching right now, no matter what color you are, no matter what politics you have, no matter what religion you are, that comment right there, that's a beautiful comment. Real Americans don't see pigmentation. We need to all come together against the ones trying to divide us. We all know who they are. Much love. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. What is Chad? Let's see what Chad is. Chad might be Hispanic. I don't know. I don't know what he is. I don't know. He's an American though, and he got a heart. And he gets it. And with a comment like that, I would even go as far as to say that he's a believer. That's it though. Open your eyes. We're all one people. One people. There's only one race, the human race. And there's two sides, good and bad. A good person can do bad, and a bad person can do good. We just trying to tip the scales to make more people do good and get away from doing the bad. That's it. Because all of us does bad. Every single one of us. That's why I can't really, I can't hate Jake. I can't hate him because I know how messed up I used to be. If people would have counted me out, man, I don't know where I'd be today. But people didn't count me out. People didn't count me out. Good people came into my life to try to help me succeed and did help me succeed. You all came into my life and helped me succeed in one way or another. You're helping me succeed right now, to be honest with you, because people didn't give up on me. I'm here talking to you guys right now. So I ain't trying to give up on Jake, which a lot of people say to give up on him in the comments. I don't think that we should. I think we pray and hope that maybe he wakes up. Don't count nobody out. Don't count out the gangbanger. Don't count out the criminal. Don't count out the thief. Don't count out anybody. Pray that everybody gets better. That's what it is. That's what it is. Tell us your daughter loves. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're gonna go past that. Tina says it's all staged. This man was paid to go out with this bull to cause division, and it's so shameful that people really fall for this crap. I thought we had become more than this. We will continue to be divided instead of looking at the true evils of the world controlling everyone like puppets. Truly, or tell me what he said is highly uncalled, though to me, what he said is highly uncalled for, but we continue to fall for the same traps. Tina might be Hispanic, maybe mixed, I don't know. Maybe white, I don't know. Race shouldn't matter, but I do this because I'm trying to show you guys that all of these different people with different backgrounds, different skin colors, different everything, their hearts are the same. Their hearts are the same. They don't want to see this crap no more than we do. Don't fall for the trap, man. Don't fall for the trap and call it out. One thing that's pissing me off, and let me take this screen down so I can say it. I got to say it, or I need to say it. One thing that's really pissing me off is the J6 community. Well, not as a whole. People within the J6 community. I blocked a couple of them yesterday because they come on there talking about that I need to stick with the J6 community and that we all need to stick together against this evil that the left is doing. And Negro, it wasn't the left that went out and called people monkeys and niggas and tried to start a race war. And no, it was somebody that you're saying that I'm supposed to stand with. No, I condemn them just like I do the radical on the other side. The radical left. I condemn the behaviors of the radical left the same way that I'm condemning the behaviors of Jake. It's about condemning wrong. Not condemn Jake. Condemn the wrongs that Jake does. You call out bad behavior. You don't stand with it. My son steals from the store. Matter of fact, this happened. My son stole from the store. That's evil. You don't steal. You know what I did? First off, I called him out. Then I took him back to the store to return what he stole and have him apologize to the person that he stole from. You don't reward bad behavior and you don't stand for it and side with it. You call it out. If you have a problem doing that, well, then you're part of the problem. If you say, well, it doesn't matter because he's a patriot, well, you're part of the problem. I'm not going to call him out because when I look at the other side, it's worse. It doesn't matter. It's all bad. Just because you think that their bad is worse than his bad, which you're exempt from having to be real? No. Instead, why don't you just say this? This is what you should say to the people that are calling for everybody just to stand together when they're doing wrong. It doesn't matter. This is what you should really say. I don't care about right and wrong. I just want my side to win this make-believe war that we're in this make-believe political war. Just say that. Don't make it like it's because this person is virtuous. Because they're not. person does disgusting things, says disgusting things. I ain't got no time for it. I don't condone it. And I don't care about tribalism of saying, oh, because this person is like me, then we need to stick together because we got the same color, or we've been through the same thing. Oh, we were all persecuted together. No, not happening. And the only way that would ever happen is if it was for persecuted for doing righteousness according to God. That's the only people that I'm going to stand with and defend. The ones that are out there trying to do the righteous thing according to God. Not my righteousness or your righteousness, his righteousness. The ones that are persecuted for his name's sake. That's who I'll stand with all day long. I'll defend them all day long. Never going to get me to stand and defend a person that does evil, that's doing evil, that's trying to push evil, that's trying to incite evil. Just ain't gonna happen. Wrong is wrong. When we could get back to that, when we could get back to saying wrong is wrong and we're gonna call it out no matter what party it is, no matter what color they are, no matter what religion they follow, no matter wrong is wrong, then we can start seeing people come together. That's something I could get behind right there. Like, yo, we're going to call wrong, wrong. Doesn't matter who they voted for. They voted for Trump, they voted for Biden or Kamala, or they're Republican or liberal. I don't care. Are they right? Are they right? Oh, if they're right, then I got you. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. If they're wrong, the hell out of here. No. I'm not siding with you. I'm not standing with you. And that's what's going on with this guy. With that being said, I appreciate you guys. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you took an example from some of these comments from these people and seeing that their hearts were the same, even though their skin was different. Some of them was Muslim, some of them maybe atheist, some of them are for sure Christian. But their hearts are the same in the way that they live and interact in the world, and the thought process to the way that we should be in the world. And let that be an example to how we all should be. I'm sure they probably haven't seen each other's comments, but I see them. I see them. And I see a reason why I should keep on loving people and believing in the best for people, no matter what it is they are, because they might have the same heart. You know what I'm saying? And maybe my video will be something to help push them along. Maybe they'll see this video and be like, yo, bro's cool. Some of them I'm sure are liberals. Some of them I'm sure are racist from what they said. But maybe this video will make them be like, you know what, bro's cool. Bro's all right. Let me see what else he got going on. And maybe they find another video where I'm just straight up preaching or something. And maybe it leads them a little more towards Christ. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. Not everything else, not these stupid theater that's going on the news, not the politics, not the chaos. Screw it. You know, screw it. Turn it all off, especially Alex Jones. Don't watch Alex Jones, man. He'll drive you crazy. He's a part of the PSYOP too. That's all I got, man. I love you guys. I hope you all have a fantastic day. To all the new people that are following me, yo, I really appreciate you guys. You've done it up for me, man. It's going crazy right now. Thank you. Unite, don't fight, be a street light, because only you can be the change you wish to see in this world. And when you get too stressed out, you got to remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. That's a fact. I'll catch y'all later.